Obviously, I've been to R&B Only, and it's an experience in itself. But what was the decision that you said, this is what we need to do going forward with this company? What was the why?
Well, here's the thing, Troy. R&B is one of those genres, man, that's so underserved, right? So we found that, we started producing shows and events around R&B music. And next thing you know, in just a short amount of time, we went from, rooms in 200 capacity, venues. And then we were doing like 2, 3, 4,000 capacity shows, like huge crowds in over 40 cities, in not just North America, but, internationally. And that was just in the live space. But then we started to look around at like, what about the other spaces in the music industry and entertainment that R&B is underserved, right? And I'll just ask you guys a few questions, right? Like, where do you guys go for new R&B music?
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
But is there a brand that you associate with new R&B music?
Oh, nah, not necessarily.
No.
Boom, that's underserved, right? In terms of, like, if I say, what is hip hop merch to you guys? Like, just rattle off a few brands.
Current or past?
Any.
Rockaware, Sean John. I think merch. When I'm thinking merch, the first person that comes to mind is Kanye.
Yeezy.
Travis Scott comes to mind.
Travis.
Yeah, but those are some. Those are the first two I think of when I think merch.
So you thought about that super quick, right? When
Tyler the Creator, that's what it was. Tyler the Creator.
Oh yeah. Okay. So when you think about merch and R&B, does anything ring a bell?
You know what rings a bell when I think about merch? And it would have been crazy if Jodeci would have had some merch.
Okay, yeah, right.
The leather vest, right?
But absolutely. But the point I'm trying to make is that like we see these other industries that have created like, multi-billion-dollar ecosystems, around live, around recorded music, around media, around all these different elements, right? But like it just hasn't fared the same way in our genre of R&B, right? And what a lot of people don't realize is that, like, if you look at the top 50 streamed artists, right, 5 of those artists are just R&B artists, right? Like, you've got Chris Brown, Khalid, The Weeknd, Beyonce.
Beyonce, another solid merch.
Yes.
Solid, yes.
Janae Aiko is in that list, but then you have a lot of other rap artists who play in the space of R&B, right? So you've got, Drake, Tory Lanez, all these people. But like, for some reason, like I said, it's just underserved, right? Like we just don't see the same opportunities in the R&B space as we do in, other genres, right? And so looking around, man, and having sort of like dominated in our genre in the live space, we said, we need to create media. We need to release and amplify independent artists' music. We need to create an educational platform specific to R&B creators, to uplift and amplify this entire genre. And that was the why, man. It was just like, we saw that there was a lack in the event space, but not only is there a lack in the event space, there's a lack in the entire world for like uplifting R&B. And so that's what our mission is right now. And that's why we decided to, do the campaign and expand and raise capital to expand outside of just live events.